Good afternoon, my dear friends. I was so excited when first JK and then Balachandran, followed by Pradeep, invited me to come and speak at the Centenary celebrations of Kelappan Thampuran. One of the architects of the Puja knockout tournament at Thampuran, besides being a very fine cricketer himself. I have very pleasant memories of playing at the Puja tournament, even though I did nothing of any great distinction there, unlike my brother and many of my other friends who did much more to enliven the proceedings at the Puja knockout tournament. In my own case, my visits to Tripunithura for the tournament were limited to two. The first time was with the TVS team in 1980-81, and I think we were involved in a very exciting final against a team from Hyderabad led by my former captain Emil Jasima, and the match ended in a tie. And there was another time that we came to Tripunithura, again with the same team, the TVS team from Chennai. And that time I think there was a very scary injury to K. Srinath, our opening batsman, younger brother of K. Srikanth, who was very promising at the time. He got a nasty crack on his head from a bouncer from Pradeep Sundaram of Rajasthan. And it was a very major injury, and Srinath was lucky to survive after a major surgery in Chennai. But he was never quite the same batsman. I think his confidence must have been shattered by that injury. So these are the two memories I have from Tripunithura. I had great respect for veterans like Ravi Achan, whom I had seen, I had watched as a youngster, and was still active when I came to Tripunithura, say 35 years ago. And today I'm glad to know he's still going strong. And people like Ravi Achan have made Kerala cricket what it is today. And the Thampurans as well. And my young friend Balachandran, I'm very happy to know, comes from the same lineage. He was another very talented cricketer who did well in the Chennai League in the 80s when I was still playing. And of course, who can ever forget J.K. Mahendra, the most wonderful ambassador from Cannanore. A man who captained Kerala, a man who bowled a leg spin, kept wicket, did everything. A very fine cricketer and a very gregarious friend. I have very strong ties to Kerala. My grandfather, R. Sivaramakrishna Iyer, was a school teacher who spent his retirement in Trivandrum, and we used to visit him regularly. My mother speaks, writes and reads Malayalam, and she's the only swimmer in the family thanks to her childhood in Kerala. My father spent 5 years of his banking career in Kerala, in Kollam, and when he was transferred there, I was about 2 to 3 years old, and the next 5 years we spent in Kollam, and that is where my brother Sivaramakrishnan was born. My father was very active in cricket. He had played some good cricket in Chennai, and he captained the IOB side in Kollam, and I watched a few of his matches those days. He also went to Trivandrum to play for Shastamangalam Cricket Club, which was led by the iconic Balan Pandit. And we used to have with us a group photograph of the Shastamangalam Cricket Club after winning some tournament in which my father was seated along with the very stylish Balan Pandit, and squatting on the floor was young C.K. Bhaskar, the young beardless C.K. Bhaskar, who later went on to play for India in unofficial test matches. I had the pleasure of playing against Bhaskar and his brother Vijayan, both of whom were in that photograph, in Chennai cricket. Bhaskar was playing for Madras Medical College and Vijayan for Parry & Co in the league, and I played against them both. Bhaskar was a very stylish cricketer, a very handsome young man, and played an important role in a defiant partnership with R. Prabhakar against Bombay in a final in the early 1960s. Perhaps 1967, if I'm not mistaken. So Tripunithura brings many, many pleasant memories. It's an outstanding tournament where the crowd participation is joyous and uninhibited, and playing on a tiny ground like that gives you a very special village atmosphere. And of course the arrangements are fantastic and the hospitality quite superb. And it's nice to know that we've all taken part in one of the oldest limited overs tournaments in the world, closely followed by the Sport and Pastime Trophy in Chennai, which later became the Hindu Trophy. There is a great deal of history behind such wonderful tournaments, all conducted and played in a spirit of amateur participation, camaraderie and sporting spirit. To know that the royal family is involved in these brilliant ventures is to know something about our very, very special past, where commoner and kings played together, enjoyed life together in a spirit of democracy and sporting endeavor. I'm very, very proud to be part of this, to be invited to speak here, and extremely, extremely sorry that I can't make it because I'm unwell. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.